Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time here. I hope you enjoyed today's video, enjoy the rest of my content, and hopefully stick around and subscribe. For today's video, I have a more so athletic gym wear type of geared video. I recently placed a couple of orders for different brands of athletic wear, so there'll be another similar video, different brand coming soon. But for today's video, this is on Body by Oriana or by Oriana Collections, and she is an Instagram fitness influencer who of course has her own like training programs and stuff like that, and more so recently came out with her own athletic wear clothing brand. So I wanted to do a video on this brand because one, I tried to look for reviews on the clothing and there's really nothing, so get that out for you guys, let you know my thoughts and opinions on this. And two, her clothing brand is just very appealing, so I really wanted to try it out anyways, and so I did. So in today's video I will be showing you guys a try on haul, what I picked up, how this wears on me, and then I have worn every piece that I purchased. I've washed every piece, so also to let you guys know my final thoughts and reviews, how things wore through the wash, how they fit initially, how they fit afterwards, all of that good stuff. So if that is something that you guys are interested in finding out, then just keep watching. Alright guys, let's get started. I will touch on some quick pointers just before I jump in to show you guys what I picked up, like sizing, squat proof, sweat proof, etc. So number one, her sizing. She basically has size charts on every single piece of every collection, and I don't want to say they vary too much, but it basically just gives you a description of the size of the piece. So, for example, I have one of the leggings that I picked up, and I will try to insert the size chart that I'm looking at, and so it kind of tells you the width and the length of the piece, so you're supposed to kind of, I guess, assume which size that you would fit best in. So personally, I went ahead and I chose a large. That was what I was willing to take my chances with. Now, when I originally tried on all of the pieces, and because I've also tried to film this video like 3 times, but when I originally tried on all of the pieces, I personally thought that it was just a little bit too big and a little too loose for my liking. However, I have worn every piece in this collection, or in every piece that I ordered, and I've washed almost every piece, and upon washing them I noticed significant shrinkage. So when I wear my clothing now, you know, after they've been washed and machine dried, they are much more form-fitting and they definitely fit better. So if I could do this again, I probably would get a medium and see how those fit, and then definitely be careful in drying them because they do shrink. So that's the pointer for that. I would probably just go for my same size that I always go for. So I personally always do like a medium in leggings. If it's like Lululemon, I'll do a 6, and those are sizes that I'm comfortable with. I went ahead and I got a large in this collection, but once the pieces have shrunk, they fit really, really well. The sports bra I got, well, everything I got in a large. So the sports bra I got a large in, and I'm usually always a large in sports bra, so that fit really nice. In terms of sweat proof and squat proof, so I am a huge over sweater. I sweat so freaking much, and that's just who I am. I also like to push myself very hard at the gym. I like to basically be drenched in sweat when I leave. That is just how I choose to work out. So in terms of everything that I ordered being sweat proof, for me, that is not the case. However, I don't really ever experience anything being sweat proof unless it's black. So any black Gymshark leggings that I have, Petula leggings that I have, I won't notice sweat. Obviously they're black. What else? Sports bras, I don't notice that. Lululemons, if I have the very, very dark camo, I'm not going to notice any sweat, you know. However, everything else that I own, it's like, no, for the most part, I will walk out and have like my own little sweat contours on my leggings. Sports bras, if it's a light baby blue or a light baby green, it's going to be a different shade of green when I walk out. That is just me for the most part, how I tend to perform and how things end up sweating on me. So none of this is sweat proof for me. However, it's not a big deal for me, you know. So if that is something that, you know, totally bothers you, then I maybe would reconsider purchasing anything from her collections. Squat proof. Now, I found that the darker shades of pieces that I picked up were much more squat proof. However, the lighter pieces, and it's not like anything wasn't squat proof. No, everything was squat proof. If I could like distinctly say like I can totally see my underwear, I can totally see this outline, that's also a no. But it's like less squat proof than the darker colors. That hardly makes any sense. But anything that was like a very dark terracotta brown or a bright blue, I couldn't really see the like outline of my underwear, and I couldn't see like what pretty sure was my butt, you know. Now the lighter shades, I think that when the light is shining right and you are bent in the right angle, it's like you can kind of see something, but it's nothing that is like, oh my god, this shit is literally see-through, how I see in other videos, okay? I will show you guys squat proofs, tests, and everything. I'm wearing really dark underwear and black underwear today, a black thong. So in case you guys, you know, see anything, then it's like, all right, take that with a grain of salt and select the colors accordingly. I personally try to like always wear nude thongs to the gym if I'm hitting legs or anything like that, or if I'm like TMI but like not on my period. I will wear the appropriate underwear, you know, and if it's a really dark shade of underwear, then I will wear darker leggings. That's just how I am, to take those kind of precautions. Now, this applies if you are my same skin tone color, you know. If you are lighter or you are a darker shade, then squat proofness tends to have a different applicability to you. So if you are like medium to dark skin and you're buying like a coral color or a baby yellow, is it going to be as squat proof as it is for me on you? Probably not. So, you know, take these things with a grain of salt and either buy the appropriate underwear or just buy colors that you think you're more comfortable with. So that, I think, is pretty much all of my little pointers that I have for the brand. I mean, the shipping was pretty quick. The prices, I think, are pretty affordable, which I will touch on a little bit later when I show you the pieces. So now let's just get into actually showing you guys what I picked up. So currently she has about 5 different collections on her website. I think it's like the Gem, the Bloom, the Sunset, the Highlight, and then the Jungle. The Jungle is her newest one. So when I picked up these pieces, it wasn't available yet. Personally, it's not really my cup of tea. When I look at everything, it has much more contours and everything. It's just very different. So I was able to pick from 4 collections. Now, of those, 2 of them were really the only ones that kind of like appealed to me. So I did only buy pieces from 2 different collections. Her Highlight collection had very beautiful colors, and I believe a lot of the things that I wanted were out of stock, so that's why I opted out of that one. But the other one just kind of was really not my cup of tea. So I picked up stuff from her Bloom collection and from her Sunset collection, and I picked up 5 pieces, 3 leggings, a sports bra, and some biker shorts. So the first piece is from her Bloom collection, and it is the biker shorts. Now, these are in the shade Royal Blue, so here's what they look like. They kind of, I would say that this fits me like a 5-inch kind of short, so it's not like super short, but it's also not like super long. I have like some 7-inch shorts, some 6 that fit me a little bit longer. So I think the sizing is pretty appropriate. It's pretty nice. It's not too short, and it's not too long either. So here's what she looks like. All of her collections, I'm pretty sure, have kind of like the same basic design. So where they have like just this thicker ribbing all around, and then where the waistband is, and then kind of like where all of the pieces end, they have another little band. These have much smaller, thinner ribbing. And then the stitching is kind of like all up on the waistline, and then on your vagine area or whatever, or down here. And they all have the branding, which is this triangle, series of triangles, a little crescent moon, and a lightning bolt right here on the left, right? Yeah, left hip. So this color, even though it says Royal Blue, is kind of like a very, very beautiful, just like neonish type of blue, but not exactly neon and not really pastel either. It's kind of like a combo of the two. Now the Bloom collection, kind of what distinguishes this one from the others is that the stitching creates kind of like a V-shaped contour right here. So it's meant to, you know, emphasize your glutes and whatnot. And of course, no stitching on the bob, no stitching on the front part either. Now her band portion for the waist is really long. Now I think Oriana, who is obviously the creator of by Oriana collections, she is really tall. Okay, so, and she has a very long torso, so this is probably more favorable for people who have really long torsos or just really tall. For me, I am under 5'5". I'm like 5'4 3/4. It fits really long. My torso is pretty short. So this fits me pretty long. I do have to roll it down like 2 times, but it's not that big of a deal. Okay. I would much more prefer a high-waisted product than a low-rise product. So, you know, again, take everything I say with a grain of salt into consideration if you choose to check out the brand. So I personally really, really like these. They fit really nice. They're very easy to scrunch up and kind of get a little bit of a shorter look. And because they have this like stitching down here, they do not rise up on me. So I really appreciate that. Now, these retail for $37, which I think is a fair price for biker shorts. It's pretty average. And very, very cute. I got these in a large. Everything that I'm mentioning, I bought in a large, so. Now the next piece is also from the Bloom collection. Of everything that I've purchased, I've washed everything except for these. I've washed, machine washed, and machine dried every piece except for these. These were the last piece that I wore literally just like 2 days ago. So these are the Bloom leggings, and they come in the peach shade. So this is the shade. They're honestly this really beautiful like baby coral shade. So pretty. I love these. So as you can tell, they're a little bit like loosey-goosey because they have not been washed. So they've been stretched and then sitting in my laundry basket and haven't been washed or dried. So they haven't shrunk back to their original shape or a little bit smaller. And they are full length. I believe these go for like 32 inches or 32.5 inches because they're the large. And they just have that same longer or wider ribbing, and then right here where the ankle cuff is, it's like shorter, thinner ribbing. Same waistband when you turn it around, same contour stitching, you know, that gives you kind of like that V, there you go, V-shaped contour. Very, very nice. Now, so I think for one of my pointers, I may have mentioned that these shrink in the dryer. So the pink ones, the peach color leggings are the original large. They have been worn, so obviously they've been stretched out a little bit, but just so you guys can see what the large after it has been washed fits like, here's the difference. So they do look like 2 different sizes, like in a large and then an extra large. I personally don't really like how the originals fit me. They are a little bit too loose and not as form-fitting as I would like. However, when they shrink, they just go to like the perfect size. So I do love putting them in the dryer and having them shrink, and will continue to do so until these, you know, no longer serve me anymore. So now I'll show you these that have been already, you know, machine dried and everything in comparison to other leggings that have also been machine dried and machine washed and dried. So these are from a different collection, but again, everything was in the same size. So kind of when things shrink, what I've noticed is that when her pieces of her collection are washed and shrink, they all shrink to the same size. So that's nice that even though when I dry them, they're gonna shrink to the same essentially standard of large, you know? So here's these 2 fit, you know, exactly the same. So that's nice, and I expect these leggings to do exactly the same and shrink back to this new large, okay? Which I like so much better. They fit so much nicer, and I just appreciate them much more. So these retail for $40, and all of her leggings, at least from the first 4 collections that I personally saw, are all retail for $40, which for a pair of leggings is a pretty fair price when I just personally compare them to any other social media fitness influencer brand. Her pricing is way more affordable. Granted, that's not taking into consideration any material, where they source things from, etc, etc. It's just based solely off of pricing, so very fair price. So now, because I literally just gave you a sneak peek of this piece, I will go ahead and talk about it. These are the Sunset leggings in the shade Bronze. So very, very similar design. Again, that same wider stitching, wider ribbing. And then right here on the very bottom, smaller ribbing for the ankle cuffs, and then smaller ribbing for the waistband. Now, this is a very, very similar waistband to the other two. It's still too long for me, but again, I just roll it down. And then from the back, these have a different type of contour. So let me see when it focuses. It's kind of just smaller ribbing, similar to the waistband, and it comes down in this like inverted triangle point right here, which again is just meant to give you a contour for your bum. And again, no stitching on the back, only stitching kind of like here where your crotch is, and then all the way down. So again, when I wash these, as you guys can see, they look very small. They fit really, really nice. Now again, these retail for $40, as did the other pair. Really, really pretty shade. I love these. Now, to spice things up, I will show you guys the sports bra. Now, this retails for $30. It is from the Sunset collection as well. And this is in the shade Apricot. So here's what she looks like. Again, in a large. Very, very beautiful. Now, the fit on this one, personally, because it comes from the same type of ribbed, stretchy, spandexy material, I didn't think initially that the hold and the support on this was going to be like anything crazy. However, after wearing it and trying it on and then wearing it to the gym, it has a pretty good level of support. Out of like 5 stars, I would give it like a 3.5 support. Now, I am not the type of person to do any kind of high intensity jumping, anything like that. No, I have a pretty large, subjective, pretty large sized chest, and that just makes me so uncomfortable. I am a 36 triple D, so in case you need that for any size reference, I typically always use larges, but I found that this was very, very supportive. So like I said, a 3.5 out of 4, but I'm not going to do anything crazy. So I loved the design of it though. So it just is just really, really flattering. And the scoop neck, the way that the straps just sit on your like shoulders, very, very pretty. It also has removable padding, so you can see right here, which I literally will do because I hate the padding. You can just like, even if I press my hands up against it, kind of, when it's on my chest, you can just kind of really see the outline of the padding, which I'm not a huge fan of. So I'm gonna take it out. But yeah, it has some same type of smaller banding right here. Banding, not banding. It has the same design as the entire Sunset collection, where it has smaller ribbing at the bottom, and then more of that wider ribbing at the top. And then it has the design of just, I hope you guys can see, a triangle. This is a regular triangle, yes. So a triangle kind of stitched on like this with a smaller ribbing to, again, give you that beautiful little contour. So it's very, very flattering. I really enjoyed the look of this and the wear of it as well. And last but certainly not least, I really wanted a matching set because I'm kind of just trying to very slowly incorporate that into my collection. So I went ahead and picked up the Apricot Sunset leggings. Again, these retail for $40 and they are a size large. These have been washed. You know, they have her logo, her smaller ribbing, and then longer or wider ribbing down the pants. Full size at like 32 inches, smaller ribbing again. And then on the back, that same sort of inverted triangle type of contour. It's just really hard to see, but she's right here, you know, right here, that kind of brings it down and gives you a more like fuller looking bum. So these together are just so adorable. I obviously will show you guys in my try on haul. So, so, so pretty. Beautiful, beautiful color. And it's just a very muted sort of melon color. So, I mean, they're called Apricot, but yeah, all of the I think all of her Sunset collections, the colors were just very neutral tones. So very, very pretty color. So here is the try on portion of the video. I'm starting off by rolling down the waistband because, like I mentioned, it literally fits me all the way to my boobs. And then I do scrunch up these shorts, just to kind of give you guys a comparison of what they look like at their full length and then how I would choose to scrunch them up. For the squat proof and see-through portion of the video, I am trying on each of these pieces with black underwear just so you guys can see the darkest underwear possible and measure the transparency and see-throughness of each of them. So with the blue shorts, I didn't really have a problem. You couldn't really see it from the front, but then from the back there was more of a shadow, and then of course you could see it definitely when I was squatting. With these peach ones, you can definitely see the shadow and darkness of my underwear from the front, from the back, and of course they do not pass the squat proof test. Now, when I wear nude underwear, I literally do not have this issue. With nude underwear, I would say that these are 90 to 100% squat proof depending on the color. I feel very comfortable. I am not scared to go and do leg day. But again, a lot of these colors just blend pretty nicely with my skin color, so again, take everything I say with a grain of salt. I did find that the darker colors, like the blue and then this bronze color, are a little bit more opaque, even this apricot color. So you couldn't really see the underwear from the front. From the back, it's a different story, and you can kind of see a shadow, but again, you could clearly see the thong in each of the squat proofs. So if you purchase any of these leggings, I would just recommend to always, or for the most part, try to find nude underwear so you don't really have this issue, or just pretty light underwear. And then lastly, we have the sports bra. I loved the fit of this, really, really nice, a lot of support. And like I mentioned, you can definitely see the outline of the padding, which of course is removable, so no big deal. Okay guys, so to wrap up today's video, I will give you guys my final thoughts and opinions on by Oriana collection, and it is 2 thumbs up. I definitely think that if any of these pieces appeal to you, or you go on her website and see things that you think are really, really cute, that it is definitely worth your time and money to invest in this. Personally, I think, you know, things that just made me convinced that it was a good brand was the price point is really, really fair. I did purchase things when they were on sale, so when there's a sale, it's even better. But without the sale, I think her price point is still really, really fair. It's below the average of like what other brands are charging. Granted, like I mentioned, not considering material sourcing or any of that stuff, I think it's really, really affordable price point for at least the leggings. Everything else was kind of just similar to other brands, but really, really affordable prices. To the fit of everything once they have shrunk is really, really nice. So again, take that into consideration and maybe just pick a size that you normally would wear. I think the way that things fit once I had machine wash and dried them was really, really nice and flattering. The color of everything and their durability. So I've washed everything, and yes, they shrunk, but they shrunk to a size that I'm very comfortable with and just feel like they're very flattering on my body. So I enjoyed working out with all of these pieces at the gym. I enjoyed how they made me feel and didn't have really any issues with any of the pieces. So 2 thumbs up from me. Definitely, if you guys are interested in checking out or purchasing some new gym clothes anytime in the near future, definitely check them out. Like I said, they just dropped a new collection, the Yungla collection, recently. So yeah, check them out. They sent me 2 little flyers for the order that I placed, which have a discount code, which I'm pretty sure is just kind of like a generic code. So I will list that down below. Hopefully it's useful to you guys and it'll save you like 10% off. Try it. If not, totally Google discount codes and see if anything pops up. So okay guys, so that concludes today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it and found any of this information that I said useful. Like I said, I definitely recommend you guys checking it out if you're interested in checking out any new brands and want to purchase some gym clothes. Definitely recommend. I will have the collection, colorway, sizing, price point, direct links, all of that good stuff in the description box. Like always, definitely check out down there for any information that you are looking for, or even just a direct link to her website. Along with that discount code, hopefully it's still active and it works to save you guys 10%. So fingers crossed. Please don't forget to comment any future video requests that you guys have down below. I'm always ready to film anything that you guys want me to. Let me know if you have any recommendations for any other gym clothing brands. I'm always in the mood to shop new gym clothes. I do have another video coming up on Patula, so stay tuned for that if it's something you're interested in. And just again, thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you for watching. It literally means the world to me. yeah, don't forget to believe in yourself, stay woke, stay educated, and stay safe. And I will hopefully see you guys in my next video. Bye.